up. Inshallah.
Inshallah. And it did work, I think. Hello. And well, first, chat, can you hear me? I don't know if people can actually hear us or not, but we'll find out very soon. Pulling a roaring kitty. That's not a bad comparison over here. I think that they can. Let's just go with it.
Meow. Meow.
Yes, yeah, all right. People feel good. The yeses are coming through. All right.
Can you go meow if you hear me? Meow.
I think that was more for the online audience, but in any case, online audience, hello, and welcome to this very special.
Hey, you got something else.
We got something else.
Yes, do it. Yeah.
A very special live edition of the Planetary call for all of our friends out in the world. We are here at the London Startup Village. Jack, can we see the audience here? Get a little cheer going. How are you feeling? Feeling good, huh? Feeling good. All right. This is going to be a very special Planetary call, entirely dedicated to the future of JUP.
Actually, some quick context here is that, guys, we literally discussed doing it live on Sunday, all right, or something. Sunday, right?
Sunday was the first kind of kernel of the idea.
And then I was like, Cash, are you sure? He's like, kinda. We're like, kind of what's more fun, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think for Jupiter, one of the things that we try to do is like, people think that we have some fucking KPIs or fucking metrics. No, we really don't. I mean, we are like what is more fun, all right? We just go with it, right? Because cats like fun, right? Right? So we just did it.
Yeah, it's great. Chaos and fun, and hopefully this works, but we'll find out soon enough. The chat needs your shirt. Where do people get this shirt?
What's that?
Where did you get this shirt? People in the chat want to know.
Threadless.
Threadless?
Yeah, but we're gonna have some JUP merch pretty soon.
Merch store up. There's a little bit of alpha for all the folks out there. So let me keep going through here. We are not turning everything into a taco. Thank you, Shrishni, for that joke. And we're praying for all the ladies in Malaysia. Soju, the lady killer, is on the loose right now in Kuala Lumpur, so please be careful as you go through. And we're going to start right about now. So in case it is your first time here, we start these the same way every time, which is with the cadet theme song. Sounds a lot more engaging when you can hear it. It's on my laptop right now.
You could do it somewhere.
Good song, please stop now. That's my favorite idea. All right, folks. Drop a little JM in the chat if you're with us over on YouTube or Twitter. If you don't already know, my name is Cash Donda. I lead the Uplink working group for the Jupiter DAO. I will be the host here, along with Meow, the man, the myth, the legend, Meow. Can we get a little meow from the crowd here? Meow. Yeah. All right, that's the way to do it. We're going to have a lot of fun on this very special edition call. In case it's your first time here, here's a little heads up. We're not talking about the token price, although we will be talking about the token, actually, for the first time ever.
First time ever, yeah, for sure.
Normally, we talk about the products and the people that make Jupiter great, and today is going to be no exception. In particular, we're going to be thinking about the past, present, and future of everything around the Jupiter ecosystem. Quick question for the live audience here. How many people here have used Jupiter before? Can I see a show of hands? Okay, like 99%. That's pretty good. That's a good.
Pretty good, yeah.
It's a good time. All right. So I think this will be relevant to everybody as we go through. And without any further ado, let's just jump right into it here and talk about the future of JUP. Before we do, we should probably talk about the past and where we've kind of come from.
Actually, before that, should I post it now?
Oh, yeah, let's post it now. All right, so Meow's got an essay going out right now.
It's not an essay, it's a quick and dirty draft.
Tweet it out. So let's tweet it out live and see how this goes.
All right, let's go.
And
post it.
Bam. All right, now it is live. Let's see.
Go.
The future of JUP just changed with that tweet, as everyone here is going to find out about in about.
No, it's a proposal. We'll figure out.
It's a proposal. We'll figure it out. Yeah. We'll figure it out. So we have Meow here, co-founder of Jupiter, addicted to experimentation of multiple kinds, and he is going to be talking to us a little bit now about the past of Jupiter and how we kind of got here. In particular, Meow, I think a nice way to kind of frame this is by looking at your Jupuary cats essay.
Yep.
What do you think? Should we take a look at that? All right. And boom. This should work, I hope. And there it is. All right. So what was this essay? When did this essay go out, and what is it all about?
So it's funny because like so I did breakpoint talk, right?
Yep.
They take the whole thing and stuff, and then I think for I think more than a month plus, I think I was trying to figure out a lot of the key like tokenomics and the key ideas of Jupiter, right?
Yeah.
So I think and I think I wrote this essay to kind of like formalize a lot of stuff, and it's actually really fun like looking at it like a few months later and be like, okay, cool. I think the reason for showing it now is to kind of it's kind of show that okay, I think a lot of the key ideas that we kind of like talked about it hasn't changed, right?
Principles remain the same.
Yeah, for sure. So I think one of the things that actually one of the key ideas behind how I scroll this.
Yeah, it's scrolling on this screen over here.
Awesome.
Yeah. So if you just go up and down, it'll go up and down.
So one of the key ideas behind the token JUP, right, is that we believe very strong in the 50-50 idea, right? That means that 50% of tokens is managed by the team, and 50% of tokens is for the community, right? And it's actually amazing because I feel like that's actually the right balance. Okay? Because like what you really want is that you want a token, right, that is like liberally owned by the community, right? That the community has like ownership over like how it's distributed and communicated, everything, right? But on the other hand, you also need the team, right, to actually be able to kind of make strategic decisions, about where it goes, how it goes, to be able to bring on like new partners and new hires and everything, right? So that's actually one of the key ideas that we put together in the diagram there.
Yeah.
The kind of yin-yang thing, right? So
where are the VCs in all of this?
What's that?
Where are the VCs?
I mean, we had a previous called Mercurial, right? And then Mercurial token holders, right, has about 5% of tokens. Yeah. But by and large, I think for JUP, I think we didn't raise money for JUP.
That's right. So this is actual community receiving these funds.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. Yeah, I feel like that's actually amazing, right? Because the fact that I think we don't have any like direct investors in JUP, it's actually a really big deal because they allow us to really kind of like be answerable to the community, right? It's funny because I was just talking to Cash the other day, right? It's like, I mean, guys, we spend enormous amount of time on this course, right? Week in, week out, and it's one of those things that I think like we actually made a very clear choice, right? Okay, like where do we want to spend our attention on, right? Do you want to spend our attention on communicating with the users and the community and everyone and stuff, right? Or do you want to spend our energy on talking to others, right? So I think that's actually one very clear choice that we made. Yeah, I think it's better for it. Yeah.
It's proven out over time. So you have this 50-50 split. That was kind of the intention behind everything in the initial. Did anyone here get the initial Jupiter airdrop, by the way? Was anyone a part of the initial Jupuary?
How was it? Was it good?
People like it? People were into it? All right. It's something like, I mean, hundreds of millions of dollars of value airdropped to the community.
At one point it was 1.8 billion.
$1.8 billion.
1.8. No, it's kind. It's magic money.
It's magic money.
But seriously, I think so. One of the key things behind the Jupuary, right?
Yeah.
Was I think it did actually establish us as one of the most valuable protocols in the space.
Yes,
right, for sure, right? So I think at this point, I think the fact that I think we did all these things like the first Jupuary, right? ASR, and also the working groups.
Yeah.
So, right? I think those three things have created a situation that, firstly, I think we are one of the most valuable protocols, DeFi protocol in the space, right?
Correct.
Secondly is that we are probably the most active DAO.
Yeah.
In crypto, right?
For
And
anyone who
thirdly,
doesn't know what ASR is, do you mind explaining that real quick?
later, that's fine. Right. But thirdly, I think we also have probably one of the most active communities in crypto as well, right? So I think
folks over here right now came all the way out.
So I feel like these things actually speak a lot to the fact that we actually put a lot of time and energy, right, into executing on the airdrop, and also the subsequent plans.
So we keep looking through this essay here. It talks about the kind of breakdown, that 50-50 breakdown that you mentioned here. Can you talk a little bit about how the long-term success of Jupiter ties into this kind of breakdown here?
I mean, so here's the thing, right? Again, guys, I mean, you might not feel that way, but here's the thing. Jupiter is exceedingly fucking tiny. Right? We are like so small right now. I mean 6 billion people TradFi, okay, and hundreds of million users XFi. Okay, I mean, as much as people think that Jupiter is a big planet, we are so small right now.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm saying? And the Jupiter community and the DAO, despite being the most active DAO, it's small.
There's about like 500,000 wallets that have actively
and multiple, maybe like 12,000, whatever, right? Yeah. But it's tiny, right?
Yeah.
So the thing is that I think the thing is, right? I think we really want to kind of embark on a long-term like dimension, right? To really grow this number, right? I mean, for example, what song is that?
Can we do anything about I don't know what this aircon system is. Yeah, is that coming through in the chat? I don't know. We'll see.
That's fine.
That's all right. We'll keep going.
But I think the whole point here is that
fire being dropped.
I think one thing that we always say, right, is that one thing that I said before and that we always say, right, is that I think the way to think about JUP, the token, right, is that it's a valuable resource, to push the meta forward.
Yeah.
Right. That's the main thing. Okay. JUP is a resource for me, for you, for the community to push the meta forward. Right. Because the only way this whole Jupiter thing or crypto thing ends up being valuable for anyone, right, is crypto actually makes a difference in the mainstream.
Yeah.
Seriously, right? I mean, otherwise we're just playing shitcoin games.
Yeah.
Right?
It's not just about holding the ETFs. It's about actually using it in the background of your life.
So the whole thing here is that we want to. So the reason why this tokenomics is so important is because it kind of encapsulates the key idea behind our intention, right? To really like get JUPs in the hands of like people who use Jupiter, right? Who believe in Jupiter, who work in Jupiter and stuff, and also work for Jupiter, right? So that's a key idea here. Yeah. And that's the reason why that's only two things, right? Number one, guys, one thing here is very simple, right? In crypto space, right? A lot of founders and stuff and teams, they're afraid to say I have the tokens, right? I control tokens, right? I don't have to be saying that, right? I want to be very clear, right? Now, I do actually need a lot of leverage, okay, in terms of the token stuff to be able to recruit the best people, to bring on the best partners and stuff, and get the best strategy investments, right? And the way we balance that is that we make sure that we are 100% accountable, right? That means, okay, before I do any of these things, you will know, right? But I need the leverage, right? And similarly, right, for the other 50% and stuff, right, I want the community to think about it, right? To really, like, consciously think about it, right? Not just go, oh, if I give out tokens, it's bad for the price, right? But more like, hey, how do we kind of like use the tokens in the best way possible to grow the ecosystem? Yeah. Right? Again, we are fucking tiny, all right? That's what you understand. Yeah.
That's the thing. It's like a piece of leverage that you can actually get something with if you use it. And I think a lot of protocols or a lot of founders, whatever else, end up trying to keep it safe in storage rather than do something with it. Right?
It's crazy, right? Because we did into two spectrums, right? On one hand, you have founders who have the leverage and stuff, but they're afraid to use it. Yeah. Right. On the other hand, you have people who don't care. Right. That's all the rugging, all the meme coin rugging. Yeah. Right. Yeah. They launch a coin and then they snipe like a lot of the tokens and stuff. They pretend they don't have it. They dump the shit out of it. Right.
Yeah. We've seen a lot of that recently.
We've seen a lot of that. Right? So I feel like I don't do either one. Right. It's fuck it. Right. I want to be very clear. Right. I want to be very transparent here. Actually, if you look at our JUP research, right, we have this like entire fucking long documented like ritual about where our tokens went, what wallets are in, everything and stuff. We probably have the best documented minting ritual in the whole entire space.
Yeah, which is transparency.
Right? Seriously, right? So I feel like the thing for us is three things, right? Like number one, we want to be extremely like transparent, accountable and stuff about where the tokens go. Right? Again, we did it's funny, we did an extremely public and transparent sale of the tokens, right? And that backfired on us. Kind of, we're like, oh, you're too transparent.
Too much transparency.
But I think that was the whole point, right? But it was great, right? But as a result, everyone could see exactly what went where, right? And then on the other hand, we also want to have leverage, right? We want the community to have the leverage to say, hey, you know what? Let us grow let's J4J. Yeah. Right. Like J4J is like the key thing, right? To be able to kind of like execute on this thing. Yeah.
J4J, all about getting the Jupiter token into the hands of the people that are contributing back into the Jupiter ecosystem.
Yep,
right?
Definitely. Yeah. And one thing I did say here, right? I can see here that I think one of the things that I did actually say here is that like I said this before a JUP launch, by the way, right? That one of the things that's disappointing here is when we as a community, right? We say, okay, like, hey, let us be scared, let us not give any tokens out. Let us not do working groups. Right, because any token out there is bad. That's not true, right, guys? What is actually the main reason for doing this call is very simple, right? We want to actually enunciate the ethos, right? That number one thing, like okay, growth is key. Yeah. Again, like Jupiter is fucking small now. Crypto is fucking small now. I mean, how many people use crypto day to day? Right? None. Zero. Tiny. Right? We gotta push it. Yeah. We have to push it, right? And if Jupiter stops being growing now, stop saying, hey, let's bring like millions more people to the DAO, we're fucked. Yeah. No, seriously, think right, guys. If now we stop, right? If our intention now is not okay, in 2 years' time we want tens of millions in the DAO, then we are fucked now already. I should just retire and go to yacht.
The yacht life is not for you though. Is the thing.
Maybe but maybe it is for me. If we as a community say that fuck it, we don't grow anymore, then I might as well do a yacht. Yeah.
I mean, the goal has to be to grow the pie, and we need more people to do
but I mean,
right?
seriously, I mean, the reason for making hard trade-offs and doing such to grow a pie, right? But if we don't grow a pie, then why are we doing it?
Yeah.
That's it. So that's how I think about it.
Yeah,
You know.
There's one world in which you could just rest on it. Oh, it's $1 billion protocol, whatever. And then there's a different world, which is the world we're in, where the goal is to accelerate the meta and actually change the financial system and people's lives in a real way.
We try to. I mean, there is no promises, right? In Singapore, we really try, right?
Yeah.
Let's go to the end.
Let's go to the end. Yep. Over here. So help the ecosystem. No cats left behind. Mercurial stakeholders.
I recommend. I wouldn't go through this now. But I recommend everyone go through this thing if you're interested, right? That's what we did, right?
Yeah.
To really understand a lot of the key ideas behind the founding ethos of the token, right?
Yeah.
Because there's founding of Jupiter, the protocol, right? And there's founding ethos of like the token.
Yeah, the token
right?
itself as a financial product.
And I really want people to read through it.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, people don't read and stuff, but hopefully read it.
Hopefully you check it out. I think we covered a lot of the kind of main points over here as well around J4J and the kind of plan that was set out initially. So let's talk a little bit, if I can find my mouse. Where's my mouse? There it is. Let's talk. So just to kind of recap some of these key points here, we have, there we go. So this first principle around J4J, Jupiter into the hands of people that are contributing it, right? Actually using it.
This slide is actually very important to me, by the way, right? I think because you know how the video they had, the very cool video, the awesome video, right? They kind of spun it into 5 things, right? So one thing that's actually really important here is actually for me, right? It's like, so in my many long years of crypto, I've learned that there are actually distinctively different like audiences, right? That all of them play a different role, right? You have the community, the core community members and stuff. You have the DAO, right? Yep. You have the users, and then you have the you have people who actually execute on the community, and you have the team, right? And in my opinion, right, it's actually really important to actually understand that each of these different roles and stuff, right? And in our case, cadets, users, DAO, and team and workgroup stuff needs to be treated separately, right? Too often we use a very broad term called community, right? You know, but in reality, I think what I think is actually there's actually a lot of different aspects of community and stuff, right? And that's why you see in our design of the Jupiverse, right? We actually very clearly break it apart, right? With the DAO. The DAO is the ASR, right? And obviously, a DAO is tricky because like you might have someone who has a really big whale and stuff, and it counts for something, right? The fact that someone has a lot of tokens counts for something, right? I'm saying, but does it mean that he can dominate the entire conversation? Probably not.
Probably not.
Right? That's actually why you need a community or we call cadets, right? Who is actually proven members who are like extremely useful community and stuff, right? And been in the community long time, right? And those are actually trusted members of the community because they have been here since day one, and the community trusts them. Yeah. And then we have also users as well. Users are people that they use Jupiter. Guys, it's funny. So you know how a common meta is like they use the airdrop as a marketing for the product, right? Yeah. Make sense? So I'm going to give away token stuff for marketing the product, right? Make sense? We are the opposite, exact opposite, right? That's the reason we have never marketed airdrops for a product. We think it's the opposite, by the way. The product is the marketing for the community. Yeah.
That's why there's no points program with a big ticker that people can
nothing. Yeah. We actually cut it. The moment we actually announced the airdrop actually cut it off. Yeah,
like the accumulation.
Yeah, accumulation. So no points.
So it's fully retroactive.
We engage in this extremely community centric airdrop where we just like gone through all the details and stuff with everyone and we did together, right? And that will be the case for all Jupiters, right? We'll never actually promote the airdrop as a product. Never. Because it's antithesis to what we do, right? We think very strongly, we build the best product possible that embodies our desire for the crypto space, right? And that is the marketing for the community, not the other way around. Yeah. That's it.
Makes a lot of sense. So that first principle of J4J, that second principle around that 50-50 split.
We talked about that. It's like the whole and the whole thing is that and the whole thing is that okay, like the community needs a lot of leverage and stuff in deciding where the FPT goes. Yeah. Right. And that's why every uplink is a DAO. Yeah.
Uplink is a part of the DAO.
Yeah.
And by the way, our budget proposal passed.
Just like 10 minutes ago.
I just found out. Yeah, that's pretty nice. So shout out to the team on that. Excellent. So yeah, we have this 50-50.
I didn't pump you, bro. Huh? I didn't even pump you.
I didn't need it. We were strong enough already. And then this third principle around accelerating the meta and actually getting people to use crypto, using J.U.P as a way to get more people on board and actually benefiting here in a real way.
Right? Again, I'm going to repeat this so many fucking times. Everyone's fucking sick of me and stuff.
Repetition doesn't spoil the prayer. Go ahead.
Jupiter is fucking small right now.
Yeah.
Right? We are so small. Right? Jupiter is small, crypto is small, decentralized is small. Right? We have to get to a world whereby everyone uses crypto. Right? That means that if you pay for stuff, if you remit stuff, right? If you send your girlfriend stuff, whatever, it's crypto.
Absolutely.
That's the way.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if we don't get there, it's shitcoin games all the way. It's like shitcoin all the way.
Yeah. We got to go past just the casino. Nothing wrong with the casino.
No, I love
the
casino. I love DJs. I love casino. I love meme coins. I love everything and stuff. But we gotta do this too.
Yeah. But for crypto to change the world, it's got to be more than a casino, right?
So at Jupiter, we do two things, right? I think we have this thing whereby we want to operate at two ends of spectrum. Yeah. It's great, by the way. We talk about this thing, talk about everything.
Yeah.
It's so great. Let's do it. Yeah, let's do it. So it's funny because I think we operate at two ends of spectrum, right?
Yeah.
So on one hand, we think that the meme coin, snap coin stuff is a great way, right?
Yeah.
To bring on more people and more interest and more assets.
Yeah.
Right?
Captures attention very quick.
Attention, and then we love that stuff, right? And then we're all about supporting that stuff. And then I'm actually going to do some experiments as well, right? Yeah.
Oh, that might be a little teaser there. Right? I don't know. Stay tuned to next week.
But stay tuned. But so we're going to be doing a lot of stuff there, right? And of course, and then of course Jupiter is one of the main venues for trading meme coins too, right? Now, on the other hand, right, we also work on long term, right? So on one hand, we're going to work on the very present. Okay, what is the current thing that we'll do? How do we best how do we best make the as good as possible?
Yeah.
How do we best make Jupiter relevant to the current meta, right? On the other hand, on the other spectrum, right, we envision a world where everyone uses crypto. Right, and we want to be that too. We want to be the everything exchange, right? We want to make sure that the necessary off-chain and assets and linkages are in place. We want to build the everything exchange for users.
Yeah.
And we want to be the liquidity infra, right? The power of the key use cases.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, we want to make because now Jupiter is the most integrated protocol, right?
Yeah.
Makes sense, right? And the reason why it's the most integrated because we make it fucking easy, right? We really not.
The developer experience is quite good. I know.
Not fucking real, bro. We spend so much fucking time in making sure that everything is an API call.
Yeah.
Does
anyone here have a project that uses Jupiter by chance? That has Jupiter integrated? A few people do here as well. Has Jupiter integrated into it? Is the question.
A few.
Yeah. Not listed.
Jupiter integrated.
Yeah.
It's fine.
In any case.
But anyway, I think I think we see a world, right? But all these key financial use cases, right? You know what I'm saying? They can execute on those things as easily, right? As in Jupiter. So that's the goal that we have. Yeah.
That's where we're going, or that's where we kind of came from. The initial principles don't change, but something that is about to change, or at least there's a draft proposal to change it, is the new J4J proposal. So let's talk a little bit about the present of where you see Jupiter right now and where we're going to be going. So the J4J proposal has been live for exactly 4 minutes. And so I'm going to quickly try to pull this up as well. It is a substantial change to the world of Jupiter. Let me just pull this up and put this over here. There we go. All right. So no time for an essay.
Yeah, guys, let's go!
All right, what is the headline here for the new J4J proposal? This is a substantial update here. You got this. Go ahead.
Guys, I just finished writing in my phone.
Literally 6 minutes before this call started, we figured out what we're going to be talking about here in full.
Let's do it live, bro.
Let's go. It's fucking live. So
not live is fucking boring, bro.
What's the headline here?
But bro, you're looking at new me, man.
Supernova.
No, fuck essays.
Fuck essays. This is
I love essays. Yeah. No, but it's your essay, But,
okay.
Yeah, I think so what we're looking for here. So what we're looking at here is that we're looking at a proposal, right? To okay, let's take a step back, right?
Okay.
Now, I think let's take it back. I think what is actually clear here is I think we have done really well, since the JUP launched.
Pretty good.
Right? If I might say, right?
Yeah.
Again, just to recap and stuff, I think we have established Jupiter as one of the most valuable DeFi protocols. Firstly, in a matter of months, right? Secondly, we have built out a really active DAO, right? And thirdly, we have a really great community, right? I mean, guys, people might see the ongoing debate as a problem, but I think it's great, right? I think it's great that we have the whole community and a large parts of the ecosystem looking at it. That's great, right? Now, however, I think over the past few months, I've been reading, right? I mean, I don't always respond to things, but I read stuff, right? And one of the main things that I think that is a concern right now for so there are three main concerns right now, right? The first main concern is that our FDV and our total supply is pretty fat.
Yeah.
Right? There's a lot of fat there.
It's
right?
10 billion total
10 billion,
supply,
10
right?
billion tokens precisely, right?
Of which about 1.5 billion is currently circulating.
Yes,
something
accurate,
like this,
accurate,
right?
Yeah, accurate. Right?
Okay.
And then and also there are a lot of concerns about the ongoing emissions.
Yep.
Right. Second, a lot of concern ongoing emissions as well. Right. Right. And thirdly is that there's also a lot of meta recently whereby there's this growing distrust, right, between the community and the team.
Yeah.
Right.
We're seeing a lot of teams act in ways that benefit themselves and not the community, right?
I think it's more like misaligned incentives, right? Like for example, if the VC is getting early and stuff, or very, very early and stuff, then there is like, or the team gets to cash out early. There's nothing wrong with that, by the way. I think there's nothing wrong with that. I think that I do actually, just to be clear, if you're in my team watching this, I love you, right? I want you to do well. I want you to be secure, right? And thanks for working with us like through the last 5 years, right?
Yeah.
Can we get a clap for the Jupiter team?
The Jupiter team?
Yeah!
There you go.
Like, seriously. Like,
by the way, the Jupiter team is only about like 30 people, if I'm not mistaken.
20 something.
20-something people that have built this kind of gigantic protocol.
But the main thing, I feel like the main thing that people don't understand is, right? Like, I feel like you can shit on me all you want, but I'm telling you, man, like my team is like the most committed hardcore team ever.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. I mean, obviously everyone has their own, like, has been working on this for a few years, right?
Yeah.
Like 5 or 6 years and no reward, nothing, right? Certainly no one when they started this thing 5 years ago, they were like, oh, this is gonna be a vanilla protocol. Nah, fuck that. Nah, no one knew anything, right? We're just trying to fucking figure bugs out, UI bugs out, routing algorithm, and all that kind of shit.
And you kind of not accidentally.
But we
surprisingly ended up.
We kind of thumbed everything pretty well, right?
Yeah.
I'm saying like both in terms of the initial decisions to like a few years ago to start on a fast chain.
Yeah.
Right. And later on to really double down when the going got rough, right? And obviously, I think we timed the launch pretty well, as well, right? That we came out of we built a committee on the right time as well, right? Yeah. So I think
if you have these three problems that people in the community maybe are feeling, too much supply, too many emissions yet to come.
Okay, so it's not too many emissions. I think there's uncertainty about emissions.
Uncertainty about emissions.
Yeah. Actually, it's not so much problem. It's the uncertainty of emissions, right? So too much supply, that's for one thing, right? Secondly, it's the uncertainty of emissions.
And then potential team misalignment.
Potential team misalignment, precisely, right? So that is actually why I put proposal up, right?
Gotcha.
I wanna cut away all the fat from the token supply, yet at the same time put ourselves in the best possible shape to execute our stuff.
And so concretely, what does that look like?
Like concretely. So firstly, number one, I think cut away all the fat, right? But still, remember, guys, maintain a long-term goal, right? Because you never fucking want to do something whereby you compromise the long-term goal. Again, if you're gonna compromise the long-term goal, you might as well not do it.
Yeah. Might as well just go to the yacht if you don't care about the long-term goal.
Right? I'm seriously, that's easier things to do.
Yeah.
I'm serious, guys. I'm serious. Right? So I think it's very important to know that this is we are doing this thing to double down on the long-term goal, right? To make it easier because we are listening, right? It's like you can't just say long-term, but not listen, right? So I really want to make sure that I think we anchor on two things, right? We anchor on addressing the concerns that the investor community has, right? And also making sure that we don't lose that long-term goal. And this is what I did, right? Now, so first of all, I think I'm proposing a 30% reduction in the JUP total supply.
Let's just take a breath on this. So removing 30% of the total supply, so basically burning 3 billion tokens is the idea here.
Yes, 3 billion.
Yeah. That's fucking crazy. That's so nuts, dude.
What's that?
I said that's wild and ambitious, and I definitely dig it.
No, but I think and as mentioned earlier, right, the team will voluntarily cut 30% from the assigned allocation.
Yeah, so the team themselves are taking a 30% haircut in order to ensure. Yeah, that's right.
No, I mean honestly, guys, I'll tell you some behind the scenes story, right? It was so easy. It was a really great conversation because I think that like all of them were like, let's do it. Let's do it. Like I mean, like I get it. I understand why if you want to cut I understand number one, they get it, right? They understand why the supply is like fat right now. They understand why that might be causing uncertainty among the community.
Yep.
Right. And they are saying, okay, never mind. Okay, I'm willing. Let's do it. Right. It doesn't matter. Right. We do this thing. Done. That's it.
That's
great.
Faith in the long-term vision. I gotta say, that's pretty incredible.
I mean, awesome. I mean, like honestly though, guys, quite a personal story here, right? Is that I was actually a little bit nervous about this. I was very nervous about this, right? But after talking to them, I'm like, wow, I got so energized. Let's do it. You know.
It's not an easy thing to go to somebody and be like, hey, I need you to cut your every 30%. It's pretty hard. You thought you were gonna get this, you're gonna get 30% less. And honestly,
honestly, okay, here's the thing: if any one of them rejected it, it'd be difficult.
Yeah.
Right?
It kind of unanimous.
I need unanimous. Yeah, for sure. Like I need not just that, right? Number one, I need unanimous. Secondly, they must be happy about it.
Yeah, because if they're like begrudgingly, fine, fuck it, whatever, I'll do it. Then you lose them as team members.
That's it. Right?
Yeah.
So I needed not just unanimous, but then to be happy about it, right?
Yeah.
I'm saying, that's it.
So 30% off from the total supply, which is 30% from the team, and then also a corresponding 30% reduction in the Jupuary emissions. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Just up to community actually, up to community. I think the original plan was to release 1 billion tokens.
Yep.
Right. I'm saying which obviously inflate quite a bit and stuff. Right. But with this, I think we can release less. Yeah. Which will still be extremely substantial. Right?
Yeah. So it'd be releasing 700,000 tokens in this case.
Yeah.
Or 700 million.
To the community. To the
community.
But again, we don't have to. Right. That's actually where the next one comes from the whole J4J thing. We can go to it later on. Okay. Right. But here's the thing. I think so I think in essence, right, here's the thing, right? And I think this cut is possible because we don't really have direct investors in JUP.
Yeah.
As mentioned earlier.
I mean, no investor would be like, yeah, this sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, you know why?
Because they want to keep their tokens. They don't want to lose tokens.
But I feel like the other things I think you cut out the fat, right? And guys, this is interesting. So one of the things that I realized, right, like in the whole like DAO, in the whole like voting process is this, right? It's like, guys, do you know something? Guys, it's amazing. We can literally be discussing something for months and no one gives a flying fuck, right?
Until
we put the vote up, right? And everyone go, what the fuck? Fuck you! And then the whole Twitterverse. And then it's funny because like we will do a space and stuff and no one show up. Yeah. Like, please come and talk about things, right? And no one fucking show up, right? But the moment the vote happens, the whole Twitterverse blows up.
Yeah.
Some guy can tweet something and it fucking gets like 500 likes or 500 retweets. You've seen that wig?
Yeah.
Wait, come on. Hey guys, I'm gonna do my best.
Live special guest.
Yay! Fuck you. So wait, is like awesome, and many other guys, that's Scarlett and Wig, many and stuff. But I'm bringing up Wig because I think he's a great example. He knows the whole thing, right? It's like we'll put out a proposal up, right, and no one will care, and the vote happens, right? Yeah. And people just scream about that shit, right? I'm saying so. Exact same thing here, right? Now, guys, I wrote all that shit before few months ago, right? I don't think people get it, right? So with this proposal, I want to read the fucking thing, and read it, and let's figure it out.
And message at time.
I feel like here's the thing, right? I feel like again, guys, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so I think too many people think crypto is economics. I don't think so. I think fuck that shit.
So where does the value come from, if not from like token engineering and coming up with weird supply sinks and so forth? How do you see that?
You see it, man. Everyone that does like weird like economic engineering fucking fail.
Yeah,
that's how it works, right?
It's too complicated.
It's all about alignment of community, right? Seriously, I mean, look at the fuck, get it, right? If you look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and stuff, right? Like hopefully JUP, right?
Yeah.
It all comes from having a core base that really understands the goal, the mission, and has a stake in it, everything. It comes from the value comes from that.
At a very fundamental level, I think that all coins are meme coins.
Oh, totally!
Right?
Like guys.
Can we say that as a group real quick? All coins are meme coins. Do people believe that?
I say this. I say again and stuff. Like gold is a meme, USD is a meme, Bitcoin is a meme, right?
All memes. Yeah.
All memes and stuff. And here's the JUP, right? My goal for JUP is to be as great as a meme as those memes.
Yeah.
That's it. Done. Right. So I think, and what is meme helped by, right? A meme is literally helped by the community, literally, right? I'm thinking about it.
That's my point.
You need a community of people to hold gold, right? The whole Bitcoin, right? Everything, right? Things like that. So I feel like that's actually, I think, what's actually important here, right? It's like I think so a big part of what I'm doing here with this discipline reduction proposal is number one is that I do want to actually cut the fat.
Yeah.
Right. And secondly, I want to assure the community that like we are responsive, right? Even though we can't always respond immediately, right?
Yeah.
But thirdly is that I really, really, really want to create a situation whereby we engage in a community-wide debate about the JUP token. Done. That's it. So I'd rather the competition.
Proposal.
Yeah.
And correct me if I'm wrong, the vote for this there will be a vote, but it will be coming up after there's been enough time for discussion. Is
Yes,
that right?
that's it. There will be a vote, and it will probably happen sometime in July. You know?
Sometime in July.
Yeah, honestly, I'm kind of freaking out, bro. I mean, I'm not confident now, but
that's what makes this fun, though, as well. That's what makes this fun as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, so do you want to talk about some other parts of the proposal? Specifically around, let's say, ASR.
But anyway, summary. Ideally, my dream case scenario, right? My dream, right? My dream case scenario is that after I put this out, right, and after everyone scrutinize everything and shit on me for everything and stuff, right? We at the end of the rainbow, right?
Yeah.
Everyone will know exactly where every token is. Done. That's it. You know,
Radical transparency.
and what it's used for and stuff like that. So that's my goal. Yeah.
So we're cutting out the emissions, as we talked about, reducing those emissions. Can we talk about the team alignment piece? You said there was some community misalignment around what the team was doing. Do you want to talk about that in detail?
Let's go through it. Number 2 first. Yeah, J4J.
Number 2 is J4J. So we can go through Jupuary's and ASR. Yeah?
Yep, let's go. Let's Jupuary. Yeah.
Cool. So every January, the plan was to do an airdrop. Yeah, the plan was to do an airdrop and to call it Jupuary, right? Which is where people kind of got their tokens. I think the initial plan kind of called for 4 Jupuaries, and now with this proposal, that might change a little bit.
So I think my dream is my dream, right, is to have a system whereby we have infinite Jupuaries, right? That we figure out a mechanism and stuff that is sustainable enough to do. Again, I think the goal is to figure out that kind of mechanism, right? But I think here's the thing, guys. If you're watching this thing, here's the thing, right? We developed the idea, like I did with some friends and stuff. We did the idea, right? But it has never been approved by the community before. Right?
Yeah.
You know, what does that mean? It means that there actually isn't enough like community understanding of what it means to be Jupuary, right?
Yeah.
And similarly for the first ASR, right? So for those who don't know, we launched an LFG, so we had launched a fee of 100 million JUP and stuff, and we're using the 100 million JUP and stuff to bootstrap the ASR, right? Which is the voting rewards.
Active staking rewards.
Active staking rewards. Yeah. Stuff for the voting rewards, right? But again, but then we want to keep it going on for way more than this 6 months, right?
Yeah.
I'm saying, all right, you understand that, and the work group as well, but that's already voted for, done, right now. So here's the thing. I think we have this idea of Jupuaries and ASR, but it has not been voted on before by the community.
And I think community buy-in is important, right? To actually feel like their voice is heard and to have a chance to actually express their voice.
Talk about it, right? Talk about it, right?
Yeah.
So here's my proposal. Okay, I want to secure, but it's a bit hard for them to go. It's also a bit hard to go like, okay, please run this forever.
Yeah.
Right. That is like
there's only so many tokens at the end of the day. There's only so many tokens at the end of the day, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean so here's the thing. I think I'm requesting for 2 years, right? 2 years. 2 years, and then we figure out from there, right?
Yeah.
I think 2 years is because I feel like in 2 years' time, I think if the first Jupuary established us as one of the most valuable DeFi protocol, created the most active DAO in crypto, and thirdly, one of the most engaged communities around, right? Now, I want 2 more, right? I'm asking for 2 more, right? 2 more Jupuaries.
So this will be January 2025 and 2026.
Precisely, right? Gen 2.5 and Gen 2.6, right? I want there to be a lot of debate, a lot of discussions about Jupuary and stuff, right? And then we vote, right? Things like that. So we will know that. So again, instead of you remember what I talked about uncertain emissions stuff, right? Yes. I mean, guys, if emissions is bad and stuff, right? Then why even do the first Jupuary, right? You know what I'm saying, right? The first Jupuary, of course, did something, right? Okay, this is a controversial opinion, but here's the thing. I always thought of crypto, right, as an interesting mix between capitalism and communism and socialism, right? On one hand, it's an incredibly competitive and crazy industry, right?
Yeah.
But on that hand, and stuff, it's also like you have to really spread it, right? You have to be generous. You have to believe in the good of mankind, right? Otherwise, it don't work, right? That's it, So anyway, with this thing, I want to just get everyone to start discussing the hydrogen J4J. I want to get buy-in on this thing, and I think with that, I think if we do this successfully, right? My goal is this. I want to remove the overhang of the uncertainty of emissions. The
uncertainty. So there will still be emissions, but the uncertainty about
there might not be. If if the community says no, and again, these are token holders, by the way.
Yeah.
Right. These are DAO vote, by the way. Right. These are DAO token holders who have to make a choice. And again, I don't have tokens right now. I mean, I bought a fair amount, right?
Yeah.
But I don't have it, right? The key thing is I don't actually have it.
Yeah.
Right.
This is a common misconception, by the way. The team has no J.U.P tokens to be able to vote on the proposals. I mean, besides what you bought at market, yeah. There's no like insider allocation that allows you to swing a vote.
We can't swing a vote. So again, guys, this is going to be J.U.P token holders,
yeah,
right? Who are going to be voting on whether to release 2 more Jupileries and ASR. Okay, guys.
Yeah.
So basically, if there's emissions, there's community buy-in.
Yeah.
Done. That's it.
And again, those 2 flavors would be the Jupuaries would be airdrops to users, and then ASR, the active stake
and community members,
and community members, and the ASRs for people who are part of the DAO who can actually vote with their stake tokens, right?
Exactly. And work groups are different altogether.
Work groups are funded separately. Absolutely.
Exactly. Okay. So in this case, I think so. Basically, think about it, right? Instead of so here's the thing. I don't want to be scared and say, emissions, I'm scared of emissions, blah, I'm a scared meow, and run away.
Scaredy cat, yeah.
Right? But also don't be like, fuck you, right? You're saying, right, let's do this.
Yeah.
No, hey, fuck you, quick, fuck you, yeah. So we do this thing, right? We let the token holders fucking vote on that shit.
Yeah.
Okay? I will make a case. I will personally make a case that this is good. Okay? But if you don't think it's good, say, fuck you, meow, we don't do it. Yeah. Like, all right. Let's burn the shit.
Or even better, propose an alternative. Or maybe there's a way to preserve the spirit while kind of evolving going forward.
I don't know what we figure out.
So anyone who has not yet been to the Jupiter research forums, please do check that out. I think that's going to be a pretty hot spot for a lot of debate and ideas.
I feel like Jupiter is great. Let me pitch Jupiter real quick. Right? I think if you manage to make Jupiter, it's great, man. It's like Christmas, right? Do you like guys Christmas?
Yeah, there's some Christmas lovers.
How about birthdays? That someone loves something, right? You know, saying right. I think it gives a certain ritual to things. Right? Yeah. Guys, here's a funny story. When I was younger, I hate rituals. I'm thinking, all right, I think they're fucking shit. I'm thinking, all right, but
you didn't like them?
I didn't like them. I'm fucking stupid. But
you're a free spirit. Huh?
Yeah, but I understand now. Rituals are really important. Like you need rituals, right?
Yeah.
Like rituals anchor communities, they anchor processors, they anchor teams, they anchor everything. Right? I mean, you don't have too many of them. That's bullshit, right? But I think if you have 1 or 2 like very meaningful things, they will all work towards. That's great. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's my pitch for 2 Jupileries and stuff, right? And this is not going to be a and if the community really says, okay, we don't want the Jupileries, okay, done.
And we want to the Jupuaries.
No ASR, no Jupileries, done.
Yeah,
that's it.
So that's this is not marketing speak. You don't have like enough tokens to sway the vote. The team does not have the tokens to sway the vote. It will truly be, and there's no investors to sway the vote. So it's really quite literally the
actually that's the next thing, right? Like, the team tokens really kick in like later on.
Yeah.
Right. I'm saying where we will actually have a amount to keep seeing the vote. Right, but that comes later on. No?
Do you want to talk about community eats first?
What's that, sir?
Do you want to talk about community eats first?
I told you going through is a good idea.
All your ideas are good ideas, brother.
Let's go.
Let's go. Talk to me about the community eats first concept.
What's that?
Talk to me about the community eats first concept, because I think it's
all right, guys. New acronym.
So for anyone who does not know, the man is addicted to creating acronyms every single week. There's actually a page on the Jupiter website that is just a glossary of all of Meow's acronyms, and it's like 10 scrolls to get to the fucking bottom of it.
20 at this point.
It's a 20 scrolls. Yeah, it's pretty real. And now we have one new one. What is the latest acronym in the Jupiter?
Yeah. Let's go. Yeah,
the acronym is good.
Let's go.
The idea behind the acronym, I think, is much more powerful. So what is the
acronym? Fuck you.
It's fine.
It's pretty good. CS is good.
What is the idea behind CS?
No,
that's
the important thing. Better.
That I cannot do.
Yeah, see, it's pretty good, right? It's pretty good. All right, so here's the thing. I wanna really have a I wanna be extremely clear here about I wanna be extremely fucking explicitly clear here, right?
Yeah.
About
it's a critical point.
The team's token holdings and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And what we have to do from it. Okay, cool. All right. So first of all, I think and the key anchor, the key anchor here is the idea of CEF, right? Basically, I think that the team. Okay, so I care for my team.
Of course.
I want to do well, right? That's actually very important for me, right? I don't care what anyone says, right? If you think that if you think that team members who worked with no promise, by the way, right? I'm saying, right, of getting reward stuff should be rewarded. I say fuck you. I say fuck to anyone.
Yeah.
Right. I believe that, right?
They deserve it. They've done good work.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. Yeah. Right. I'll say fuck you, even the wake, fuck you. Right. But then at the same time, at the same time, right? There are really a big community out there who have faith, right? You know, in your project, right? They buy your tokens, right? And then they hold your thing. They participate in your community, right? And then but if you abuse that trust, it's pretty fucking bad.
Yeah.
Right. And then and one thing that's actually for sure here is I think there is actually a lot of possibility, right, for developers to abuse the trust. There is, right? But guys, just so you guys know, we have the best fucking accountability thing, right? If you go check out the post on our thing, you will see the whole our core wallets are actually locked, right? And also like majority controlled by external parties, right? That means that and the thing is, if we don't actually announce it, we can't actually release it. That's pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
You know, but I think the whole thing here is I think in the crypto space, right? I think a big part of the problem in the space today is that there's a mistrust, right? Makes sense, right? Because like you don't know what the developers do, right? And for example, the developer can go, hey, it's a fair launch, but they snap the token already.
Yeah.
Right. They say fair launch, right? So there's actually a lot of like potential for abuse, right? You know, with the community, right?
And the reality of abuse.
Yeah, for sure, right? So I feel like our thing here is that I think that but it's not, I want to be again, I won't be shy about saying this, right? Number one, I think after the first year, I want a team to actually have a fairly substantial say in the DAO, right? And I get this is actually very important, by the way, right? People shit on me again for like I think if you want to grow up, right? For example, would you give a baby $10 million?
Probably not.
I mean, you could, but if the baby fuck, it's on you, bro. I think it's irresponsible. I actually think it's fucking irresponsible for a lot of projects in the space to just like, hey, they'll do everything. No, I mean, it's actually not. They call it decentralization. I call it bullshit. It's not cool. You can't do that shit.
Yeah.
Right. It's not cool. Right. You have to really kind of create a dynamic and stuff where the DAO grows up, and it's growing up. You can see, right?
Yeah. Right
I think I can see the DAO is growing up, and it's not just that for me, right? I think I've also learned to make better proposals, right?
Yeah.
I'm saying, for example, I learned not to have a yes and no proposal, right? I learned I always have at least 3 options, things like that, right? So I feel like the key idea here is I think for us, I think number one, I don't want a team to actually have a substantial say in DAO, right?
Yeah.
But after the second Jupuary, if it passes and stuff, the team would not have a dominant say anymore.
Right? I mean, unless they keep their token staked.
For sure, right? They said that, right? They said that.
Yeah.
And then so the thing is, I think so as part of the team conversation that we had, is that like so the team will be taking like the first cliff of their first year vesting. They're going to stake 100% of it, right?
Crazy.
For 2 more years, right? So there will be no supply shock.
That's
right?
pretty. Just for people that that's pretty wild. These people have been working for like 5 or 6 years so far to get liquidity, and then rather than actually taking it and selling it for what would presumably be a large amount of money, they'd rather stake it in the DAO, have a say in the DAO and what's going on.
No, they want that, right? Yeah. But I want to be very transparent here, right? Is that I want to be extremely fucking transparent here, right? Is that they'll be vesting afterwards and they'll free to do whatever they want with it.
Yeah.
You know, because they do have families, do have needs and stuff, and I want them to have some liquidity if needed.
Yeah, of course.
Done. That's
but
it,
then how
right?
about for
but the first cliff, there'll be no supply shock. Done.
Yeah.
That's it, right? But on top of that, me and Xiong,
insane alignment.
What's that?
Insane alignment is what people are saying.
No. I mean, but me and Xiong, right? They're my other co-founder and stuff, right? Are committed to locking all tokens vested till when? What they say?
You said March 2026.
June.
Or June 2026.
Fucking long time, bro.
That is. I mean, a little transparency here. Me and Meow talked about this in advance. I was like, that seems insane to do, but the man is not going to have a single JUP token unlocked from his relatively sizable thing for what is that? 8 years of working on the protocol.
I don't know, something. I don't know, 8 years, maybe 6. I don't know, something. But I mean, but the main thing is this, right? The main thing. I mean, this. By the way, number 3 is not proposal. It's just
you're doing that anyway.
I'm just sharing what we do, right? And so I think the reason is very simple, right? So I said 2 Jupuaries, right? And I do think that 2 Jupuaries is kind of like almost like a turning point, right? I almost feel like it's a right balance between. I feel like it's almost the right balance in the short term and long term, right?
Yeah.
I'm saying no, because by 2 Jupuaries, if the proposal passes and stuff, right, and we do get 2 Jupuaries and stuff, then by the time I think we'll have probably by then we'll have the most distributed token in DeFi probably, and then by far, right? You know, and also we have a lot. We really have a lot community members, everything, right? So I think yeah. So that's the point, right? And also I think I also want to be very clear, right? Is that it's not that I propose something and then I dump it earlier.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying, you know. So no such thing, right? Whatever I invest and stuff, I'll put it in lock.
That's amazing. I think it's pretty great.
Right?
That's like what real
But here's the thing. No, it's not just me and Sean, by the way. What's actually amazing is that actually many team members have told me something, do the same thing, right? I'll be totally transparent here. I'll tell you what happened, right? We talked about this, right? And I think my team was, I think almost all of them said yes, I will lock up most of my tokens. I might liquidate 1 or 2 vesting, you know, for my needs and stuff.
Pay rent or whatever.
But pay rent, whatever, right? Now we give them a pay rent. Fuck you. they get pay rent. You think, right? No, but for security, right? It's long term, right? It's long term because like 2 to 6 long term, we don't know what happens, right? We don't even know if like things are going to be around, right? So it's a pretty big deal.
I think it's a big deal. I don't know if like people here who are maybe newer to the space might not know that if you look at most token charts, you can see the days that unlocks happen for the team because the price just nukes downwards because everyone that's on the team has been waiting patiently at their keyboard, ready to smash that sell button as soon as it happens. Right?
Is it? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you can look. I mean, I won't name names in front of thousands of people right now, but there are plenty of tokens that are known to do this. There are websites that track this.
So with this plan, a few things, right? And number one is that there will be no surprise shock because the first surprise shock. But the team will actually get a sizable voting rights.
Yeah.
After the second Jupuary, right? The team will actually. I want to be fucking transparent here. What's going to happen, right? After a second, I love this iTunes, by the way. I can I said this, you know, saying fuck you, right? I think it was important, you know why? Because after the first Jupe launch got flooded so bad, right? It was so great that actually I went on live stream and said a bunch of things. I said these things, right? Others get fucking crazy, you know? But it's fine. So I want to be very clear, right? Is I think after the second Jupuary, right, the team will get the first year Cliff tokens, but they will stake it. So and then 100% of that, right? So they will actually be able to vote on stuff. So that's actually the point. But the team actually gets like I don't know, maybe one quarter, 1/3 voting. It depends how many tokens are staked.
Yeah.
Right. I'm saying
it'd be a lot less than that.
Yeah, but then we have some rights to vote, right?
Yeah.
And then after that, there'll be tokens vesting every month and stuff, right, for a couple of years and stuff, right? And the team does actually have the ability to sell it if they want to, right?
So it's just the first year block that they're committed to
staking. Correct.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's it, right? But because I do actually want the team to get liquidity. Yeah. And make but there'll be no supply shock. But by then, actually, CF, right? Community it first, right?
And the chef seat
community first, right? Yeah. So by then it'll be very liquid already. It'll be very liquid already, right? Yeah. And on top of that, me and Sean, and actually many members of team members as well, right? Actually, many of team members are committed to locking about 80% of the tokens.
Yeah.
Right. I'm saying, but then this
does not happen, folks. I don't know if people know founders and other teams. This is like I've never seen this before from another team willingly doing something like this.
But it's funny. Some guys like one guy was like, you know what? I want to join you guys. Nah, my wife will kill me though. I'm like, dude, this is not a point. The point is that like, if your wife will kill you and stuff, don't promise it. It's fine. Yeah. Right. And I'm saying, you know, take a couple of vestings and stuff. Yeah. Liquidate that shit. Right. I'm serious. It's fine. Yeah. Because the whole point is to create a situation whereby the token is like liquid enough and stuff. The community is such that the team members. There's no shock. There's no fucking shock.
That's what I'm saying.
Right. Yeah. If the team members and stuff if the team members actually need liquidity, they can liquidate that. Yeah. No problem. Right. But there's no commitment. I guess me and Sean and a lot of the members are committed to locking. Right,
until June 2026.
That's it, done. That's it. Yeah. That means that by then, hey, you know what? If Jupuary, if the whole thing works out and stuff, then it's great.
There's a line you said. I think what I really like about this plan, and I'm quoting now you, that there's no world in which you and the team make it and the average Jupe holder doesn't, right? Because you don't have any like short-term thing. Yeah, shout out, wait. There's no kind of like short-term way that the team can dump on retail's head, right? If you end up making it,
I prefer not to think of it that way, right? Honestly, I feel like that's the wrong way to think about it and stuff. Like I don't think of it that way at all, right? It's so negative, bro. It's very negative. It's not about that. It's not about that at all. I think we are well past the stage of like Jupiter as a project, right? It's well fucking past the stage where people scared down with them. Fuck no. It's really about alignment, right? Number one, the trimming of the token supply. Let me just recap this whole thing real quick, right?
Let's go back
the number one thing is simple, right? It's like the cutting the supply thing, right, is to tell the investor community that we heard you. You know, that we care about you. We love you. You know? Sorry?
Yeah, keep going. I'm pulling it back up on here. There we go. Yeah, so we're cutting the total tokens by 30%.
It's to kind of like really let the community know that like get alignment, let the whole ecosystem and stuff talk about it, right? Yeah. And tell the investor community we love you. Right, I can't respond all the time to you and stuff. I can't do everything you want me to do, but I listen to you. That's it, right? You know, And the second thing here is really to a proposal. But hey, let us remove the emission uncertainty, right? By either agreeing to or disagreeing to it completely. Done. That's it. If you disagree to it, over. Fine. No more
Doesn't need to
emissions.
continue.
Cool. Whatever, right? And then same thing for ASR.
Same thing for ASR as well.
All right, let's go on. Yeah.
So clarity on the emissions, cutting down the token supply.
And lastly is that no full team alignment.
Full team alignment.
Full team alignment, right?
First.
Like full team alignment means that, like, to be clear, right? I think I want to be extremely explicit on this, right? Because I think sometimes developers are very, very afraid to say we need to liquidate stuff. No, fuck that shit. Fuck you. I mean, like, that's bullshit. Yeah. Right. That is fucking bullshit, right? You know, right. That's it. So I feel like the whole thing here is very simple, right? I want to be extremely clear here about, like, what the team will have, the influence the team will have on the DAO and stuff, right? What options the team will have to liquidate and stuff, But also make it clear that, look, if Jupuary, if we don't actually pull two Jupuaries, right? I'm saying right now, like me and Xiong, along with the majority members and stuff, we don't eat. Done.
There it is.
That's it.
That's the proposal, folks. I don't know. Does that sound as crazy to all of you as it does to me? Yeah, I think so. I think it does. That's pretty wild. Pretty wild stuff.
Bro, let's cook.
Let's cook. The chefs are busy. All right. I know we're coming up on time. Let's talk. Of course we are. We've never once done a short version of this call in our lives. But I do want to orient.
Do you want pretty good? Do you want?
It's pretty good. I want to orient people a little bit towards the future of where kind of Jupiter is going, as well. Of like why this is also important in the long term. And I think
my tweet is good.
Which tweet?
The old tweet I had. The tweet.
The Jupiter tweet.
Yeah, no, my new tweet.
Oh, you want to go back to your new tweet?
Yeah, my tweet is good.
It is good. Hold on.
Yeah, I got to put it up. Let's
see. I gotta. Where is it? There it is. This one, I think. Yeah. Here we go.
It's
long-term goal.
Scroll down.
There's nothing else after.
No, there's my notes. I like my notes.
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you. All right. So I think over here, as I mentioned earlier, so just to wrap up this whole thing, right? To anchor it in what we are doing for everything, right? It's like I think we have a very simple goal. Right? We think that the entire world, guys. I mean, so here's a fun story. I think most people enter crypto by investing or building tech, right? Mine was different. Actually, my entry to crypto, right, was actually different. My entry to crypto was actually I sat down with a friend of mine who happens to be one of the best crypto guys in the world, right? And then we actually just went through every single financial system in the world, like interchange systems, like SWIFT systems, like remittances systems, all that kind of shit, like SWIFT and Libor, all that shit. We're like, holy shit, this is like fucking stupid, right? but back then, stuff like back then was still Bitcoin era, right? So it was very far from seeing how that could be done, right? Like back then, you remember earlier the Bitcoin, they were saying that it can replace everything, right? Yeah. But I mean, it ended up not being possible, and stuff because it's
too narrow in what
it was possible. But then I think we're actually entering the phase of like, wow, it's possible now. We can really see how decentralized systems, if they get enough adoption and liquidity and stuff, they can really take over that shit, right? I mean, think about it. It's actually not crazy to think that corporates on the road and stuff, you can have a J.U.P ATM in the airport, right? And just just take currency out, right? And only that cash interface is centralized and everything else is decentralized, right? Done, over, right? So it just, and everything's done. It's totally possible, 100%, right? So I think and I think that's the world we want to be in, right? We want to be in the world by the entire and you still need centralized interfaces, right? Like credit cards, ATMs, and cash, and everything, right? Still need that interface and stuff. But this entire so we are a bit different. We don't think that everything should be replaced by crypto. I don't think so, right? But we do think that all the back-end systems can and should be replaced by crypto. Yeah, it's a big difference, right? I think a lot of people think that crypto fiat should die. I don't think so. I think we should be open-minded, right? I mean, it's kind of crazy to work in the industry. You want to be open-minded and say fiat should die. Come on, think it easy, right? But I do actually think that the future of the world is one where I think you will continue to have fiat interfaces, right? Credit cards, real system, everything, right? But the back end of the stuff is crypto, decentralized, right? And that's what we want, right?
And that's where I think the GUM might be able.
GUM, precisely. So the idea of GUM is simple, right? We want to actually have all the assets and RWAs like fiat, like stable coins, right? And
equities, real estate,
all the real estate stuff actually in the represented in a single state machine.
Yeah.
Right. Such that anyone can go from anything to anything easily. I mean, that's in many ways. And guys, Alpha, I have an essay on that soon, so please support my essay. My essay
but the truth is that there are plenty of individual assets, but there's not enough markets between them where there's actually liquidity that allows you to go through all these assets,
it's
right?
way more than markets. Here's the thing right now. Here's the thing. There's usually three things, right? Number one, okay, number one, you need assets, right? You've got that's why everyone's obsessed about right now, right? You know, taking all your assets and putting on chain,
Tokenize
right?
this fund,
tokenize A, B, C, D, F, G. But that's actually not relevant because if you need liquid markets.
Correct.
For them, right? But again, that's not enough as well. But guys, imagine this, right? Imagine if you have one market in Siberia, right? One market in Antarctica, right? One market in London, right? But you can't actually, unless you really easily transact, or it's useless, right? So you need accessibility and composability and atomicity.
Yes.
Right. So you need three things, right? That's it. And so that's how you come, right? It's very simple. We want to kind of take all these both native assets, option assets, and start putting into one single state machine stuff, right? And be able to kind of deliver to the user, right? And our role is very simple, right? It's like we want to build the what we call the everything exchange.
The everything exchange.
Everything exchange.
I like that branding a lot. Yeah, I think that's quite nice.
Right. You know, I also you know how I told you that we have a lot of the API systems.
Yep.
Right. So we want to build that infra as well. Right. There's no reason why if you're building a payment solution, you can't just plug in the API and get done. Right. Yeah. So anyway, I think here's the thing. I think but reality check. We are fucking small. That's a dream of finance, crypto. But the reality right now, we're
still
really
a long way
small.
to go. Yeah.
We're really small right now and stuff like we are a long way. So to get anywhere near this, we need a great community. We need a great product, and we need a good system. Right. That means that we need to. That means that we need to recruit the best talent to build. We need to recruit the best community members to power this thing.
I mean, these people over here as well, I would say.
Go!
Oh my God, you can't.
Right. And J.U.P, the token, is the resource. Right, that we use.
Yeah.
Right, for these goals. That's it. Otherwise, fuck. That's it.
I think that's pretty good.
That's it. So that's done. That's done.
Done. Game over, huh?
No, the game over. Game starting.
Game starting. Proposal over. All right, so folks, hopefully you're as excited about this as we are. Obviously, the vote is not tomorrow. This is not the idea. It's not to just spring a vote on people and just go along with it or not. The goal is to start the conversation now so that the vote can happen in July. So everyone here in real life, everyone watching at home in TV land, please do go into the Discord, go into the J.U.P research forums, and let us know what you think. Maybe you have different alternatives that allow us to fulfill the same kind of principle-based approach of J4J, of 50-50, of long-term alignment, community eating first, but maybe in slightly different mechanics, right? So there's still a long way to go before we go here. But ultimately, the vision is clear. Going towards the everything exchange in whatever way that we can.
The underlying is very important. Because I think the underlying is very important. Powering, being I mean, I'm serious, man. It's there's no way in the world I think that all these use cases will not be decentralized at some point.
Yeah.
The current systems are just too bad.
Yeah.
But
too slow, too expensive.
But we need to get liquidity, adoption, and APIs. And then that's all I want to do. Yeah, but it'll take a while. We're still very early. Yeah.
All right. Before we go into the not so surprised POAP, any last parting words for folks?
Sorry?
Any last parting words for folks here before we wrap this up?
I love everyone! Seriously, man. I feel like the best thing about the whole Jupiter thing is that we have amazing cadets like Scarlett over here, right? And hey. Come. So hey guys, if any cadet watching this,
you already know Scarlett. You already know Scarlett.
One of our best guys. Yeah.
Scarlett's long term in there.
So I feel like we have so many great people here and stuff that is awesome.
Yeah.
And just amazing, just joy, And
get involved,
fun, right? Keep it fun,
Get involved, folks. If you have some J.U.P, or if not, join the DAO. Start to make your voice heard. Have ideas, pitch them out. There's plenty of different ways to contribute. But for right now,
and we'll be doing a lot of Twitter Spaces.
Yep.
Right. I mean, I think the next 2 weeks is gonna be crazy because we're gonna be doing a lot of experiments.
Oh, the experiment next week is gonna be a particularly fun one.
Essays.
Yeah.
And also more spaces and stuff.
Yeah. So if you're watching over at home or if you're here in person, you want to get this beautiful POAP. Shout out to Srijani, the best artist on Solana, who puts these together from the Uplink working group. You can scan this QR code, and you will get this POAP as well. Drop a little J4J in the chat if you're still with us and excited about where we are going.
Later on, there's a 0 boy meetup. Yeah! Zero meetup! Yeah, let's go! Zero meetup! Okay, and that's great because one thing real quick for the 0 boys now, here's the thing, right? They recently announced a new Discord. That's right. A new Discord.
Oh,
come,
they're growing up. The 0 boys getting their own house. They're moving out, huh?
Yeah, whatever. Just it's just something. Yeah.
Hey! I gotta get one of these, man.
Yeah. So the 0 boys are getting their own Discord and their own and hopefully their own DAO soon, right? And we will be giving a $100,000 grant to kick it off. You heard it? Yeah, let's go. Zero.
Zero is my life.
Let's go. Yeah. We're gonna make the zero culture, the zero culture, the best culture. Because you know, there's a moon culture and the zero culture, right?
Yeah.
You know, so moon is always like, everything's going to billion. Zero is like, whatever. Zero promises, zero expectation. That's the idea, right?
That's the idea.
I think that's a nice ending.
I think it's a very nice idea. I didn't even know about that, so it's a cool thing.
Well,
listen, everybody, we went only a little bit over today, so thank you all for coming out, both here in person. Shout out to the Startup Village here, Super Team UK, and the Solana Foundation putting this together. Just a little round of applause for all of them. Shout them out right here, all the people in London. Shout out everybody back at home. Go follow Jupiter, go join the Discord, subscribe to the YouTube, and we will see you very soon. Next week, same time, same place. Thank you all very much. Yeah, we'll do a picture as well.
Let's go.
Bye, everybody.
Woo! Woo! Meow! Meow! Meow!
We end the stream before we go.